Thanks for tuning in. I'm Daryl Henry with Bitner Henry Insurance. I'm a managing partner here, and today we're going to be talking about auto insurance and auto risks in recovery programs. And I got Chris Graham with me. Chris, can you introduce yourself for a second?
Yeah, I'm Chris Graham with Bitner Henry Insurance, and part of my role with the agency is to really focus on sober living homes, recovery centers, and just helping make sure that they can continue helping others.
I want to dig in a little bit more on driver selection because you talked about it on this first accident where residents were driving the car, which kind of makes my skin tingle a little bit. But I think we've got another story to tell about another program that was allowing people in the program to drive the cars, and then they were getting excluded because they didn't pass the driving requirements. Can you talk through that particular story?
Yeah, we had there was an incident where an insured, well, they initially weren't running MVRs themselves. They were just sending them into the carrier to run MVRs for them. So therefore, they weren't screening them first. The carrier was doing the screening for them, which is fine. But the issue is this particular driver was named as an specifically excluded driver by the carrier because they pulled the MVR and said, "Hey, driving record's terrible. They can't drive a vehicle." So this client or resident ended up actually stealing the vehicle, taking the keys in the middle of the night, becoming intoxicated, ended up driving the wrong way down the interstate and hitting someone, causing some injuries, but nothing major. But because they were specifically listed as an excluded driver, the carrier said no coverage applied, which is a tough situation. And some of the things that we recommend is for the entity, the insured, to pull their own MVRs before they send it to the carrier, so that they know, hey, this one doesn't hit the mark. We're not sending them in. Because from what we understand in this situation, had they not specifically been listed as an excluded driver and the vehicle was stolen or taken, then there could have potentially been coverage there. But so again, tough situation on making sure you run correct MVR, making sure you run MVRs yourself, and making sure you properly lock your keys.
And I don't think this is the first time we've seen vehicles stolen from the program by someone in the program. It won't be the last, but I think that whole double locking methodology can very easily prevent a lot of those vehicle theft.